In this video, I would like to show you how to fly a coupled ILS approach using the Aviatek G1000 NXi software. So we'll be flying two approaches, the same approach, but one will be flying the full procedure. This will be ILS for runway 30 at Long Beach, and we will start it at Escal. So we're going to fly the full procedure. And the second one will be the same approach, starting at the same point, but we'll be using vectors. So to show you how to activate vectors to final. Okay, so we are currently paused at 4000. We are inbound to Escal, which is the initial approach fix for ILS for runway 30 at Long Beach. So let me unpause the sim. We'll go to procedures, select approach, ILS 30 via Escal. Minimums will be 260. Enter and load. Yes. There you go. It automatically calculated our top of descent. So let's say the approach already cleared us for the approach. So what we can do now, we can pre-select our final approach fix altitude of 1600 feet, arm the VNAV, so we can see we have the VPath armed. Always everything which is armed is white, and currently engaged is in green here on this scoreboard. So now we'll just fly the full procedure.
Vertical track.
So we should be at Escal at 4000. There you go. Vertical track. So our top of descent starts within 1 minute. So VPath is alive. And capturing vertical track. Let's reduce our power. Since it's quite bumpy, we should stay out of the yellow
vertical track.
Yellow arc. We are clear for the approach, so normally I would turn the taxi light on as our indicator that we are clear for the approach. And you will see that once we are established on the final approach course, it will automatically flip from the ping mode, the GPS mode, to green, the localizer in this case, radio navigation essentially. It automatically tuned in our localizer frequency. So now we are turning the final approach course. So once we are established, it will change to green mode. There you go. And since we are already cleared for the approach, we can engage the approach mode, which you can see it already captured the glide slope. And we can do our checklist. Landing data is received, altimeter is 299er, set on both. Com is set, we would be talking to approach, probably by this point they would transfer us to tower.
Vertical track.
Check, rudder trim is neutral, gear warning and light. Okay, landing light will go on once we are cleared to land. Let's say that they already cleared us to land, so landing light on, fuel pumps on. So we are 1.5 miles to our final approach fix. At final approach fix, gear down. Speed check, flaps approach. Let's hand fly it. And speed check, flaps landing. Power 50%. You're approaching minimums. Crossing from the left.
Minimums.
Continue. And there you go. So now we're going to do the same thing, but using the vectors to final. We are again on the approach, but we already passed ESCO, and the ATC gave us a heading of 020. And let's say they give us a descent to 2,000 feet. So let's start our descent. So essentially now we are on a vector to final. And what we have to do, we have to go to procedure and select activate vector to final. So what it did, it drew an extended center line. Let's say they give us now heading north and cleared us for the ILS approach. So we would arm the approach. Continue our descent. There you go, you see it intercepted the final approach path using GPS, and once established, it will transition to a localizer. Let's expedite the descent. It's also a good demo of the banana. This cyan line here, a blue line, shows us where we will reach the pre-selected altitude. So now I know that I need to actually expedite my descent, because I need to be at 1,600 feet below the final approach fix. I mean, you already see that we have the glide slope alive here as well, so we need to catch up. Let's slow down, gear down, and it's captured the glide slope. And with this one, we won't be flying the full approach down to landing, just to show you how to activate vectors to final. So again, it was procedure and then activate vector to final.